let me ask you a question. Have you ever wanted to do Nighthawk level damage on demand? Well, lucky for you, on today's episode of Professor Broman's Build Emporium, I present to you the angriest Titan you've ever seen on the planet. This is I don't even know what to call this build. This is the Punchy Titan build. It's, well, I don't know. You punch a lot, but really it's mostly your knee. So let's just call this build the Bee's Knees. All right, so this is the Bee's Knees, chat. I hate the name. I hate that I came up with it. I hate that we do YouTube videos in one shot, but we're rolling with it. This is the Bee's Knees. All right. If you've ever wanted to do Nighthawk level damage with just your knee, here's what we've got. This is a working build. There's still a couple of things that I could probably do. Like, I mean, you know, like I can upgrade this armor a little bit more and then throw on like enhanced auto rifle loader. That's probably going to help. But here's the things you need to get started. Monte Carlo. I realize it's an exotic. This build is cruxed on 2 exotics. So get to hunting and crossing your fingers. So first we have the Monte Carlo. If you're not familiar with the Monte Carlo, this right here that you can now see is the Monte Carlo method. Dealing damage with this weapon reduces your melee cooldown and grants a chance to fully recharge your melee ability on kill. It also has Markov chain. The weapon gains increased damage from melee kills and kills with this weapon. Melee kills grant ammo. So there's a lot of melee synergy on the Monte Carlo already. So you're going to take that, and then you're going to take a shotgun with 1-2 punch. Any shotgun. This is the raid shotgun. I got full auto trigger system and 1-2 punch. It's a god roll. It's fine. Okay, it's got accurized rounds. I don't want to use that. I want the stability, and I have free hand grip, so I don't ever miss. Aha! Bam! Okay. I am on one today. So we got the Monte Carlo. We have the Prophet of Doom, Temporal Cause. All right, so we got these 2 guys, right? Monte Carlo, 1-2 punch, Peregrine Greaves. You already know the Peregrine Greaves. They do dramatically increased melee damage when you're in the air, when you use your melee skill, which we are going to be using Hammer Strike. And I'll explain to that. I'll explain the answer to that instead of Arc Shoulder Charge with Thunder Coil in a second. So when we were working this out yesterday, and I just want to address this first. If you're using Thunder Coil, that's awesome. You're still going to be... Oh, yeah, Daddy. Oh, yeah, Daddy. Oh, yeah, Daddy. You're still going to be landing knees for about, like, in the 100,000 range. But with Hammer Strike, you're going to be landing knees in the 400 to 500,000 range against bosses. So, and the reason for that is because the damage debuff on Hammer Strike is applied before the damage calculation is done on the actual impact damage from the Peregrine Greaves. I don't know if that's intentional or not, so this could change. But basically, like, this thing's going to allow you to one-shot champions that you see in the world. It's not hard to, you know, wind up for it. All in all, if you're firing and you're killing with the Monte Carlo, you're going to be getting your melee back really fast. See, that was, you know, 1 full clip, and I'm basically there. This is why you want to have 100 strength. I tried this out earlier with like lower strength, maybe like higher discipline and things like that, but none of it really worked out because what would happen is like you get stalled out. Oh well, he's already dead. You get stalled out whenever you have to reload on the regen of your melee override. And I'm not like a huge fan on having to wait. This whole build is about being spicy and going fast. So what you want to do is make sure that you have, at this point, I didn't have like awesome strength rolls on everything, so everything's locked down with the strength mod. So you are making a sacrifice to specifically dedicate yourself to dealing as much melee damage as you possibly can. So that's like little bit of the trade-off, it takes me forever to get my super and just a whole bunch of other stuff. I would love a boss to be around right now so I could actually do oh, here we go. That's what we can do. We can kill one guy and hit the other guy with our knee. It's not happening. But this is going to get your melee up about once every 15 seconds as long as you have stuff to shoot. So, if you were thinking like, where's a good starter build for a melee Titan, I'd say that this is it. This seems to sort of be peak damage output that you can get with a melee Titan. You're also like, there's team synergy. If you're fighting bosses that are in melee range, you're constantly debuffing them with a pretty solid debuff. And every time you do a debuff, you know, you're doing a crushing amount of damage. Yesterday, we were doing the 950 Nightfalls, and one knee took about a third of the health off of what's-his-face. Yeah, like that. So that's the kind of boss damage you're looking at with this build. And I can go ahead and hop back in here and do it again without much of a hesitation. So that is... This is the ecstasy of the melee build. The fact that you can take care of bosses all by yourself, and you don't really need to, you know, worry about getting your melee back. It also creates a really fun gameplay loop, because every encounter begins to be about, oh, how quickly can I get up, hammer strike? You know, what's the best way to approach this situation? You know, what should I be killing ads? Should I be DPSing the boss with the AR? It's really cool. I really like the way that everything ended up here. And just to answer one question from somebody in chat about this, I'm sure you got it. If you don't know what a 1-2 punch shotgun is, you can get it in a couple of places. More frequently, or it's more traditionally known on the Reckoning or Gambit Prime gun, but the new Raid shotgun has it as well. Basically, it increases your melee damage significantly if all pellets from your shotgun make contact with an enemy. So as long as you are, you know, really close enough to deliver, one could say, a 1-2 punch, oh-ho, you'll do that increased melee damage. So yeah, this is what's happening right now. So I don't know if this is intended from Bungie or not. It feels like I have to make a lot of sacrifices to have this level of damage output. It's also only based on melee enemies. And it feels like I have traded pretty much everything else in my build off so that I can do this damage. So I don't know if this is like, oh, hey, this is an intended consequence of what we were making. So I missed the 1-2 punch there. I don't know if this is an unintended consequence. Like, I don't know if this is broken. It feels broken, but that could just be because we're just, you know, not used to feeling this strong in Destiny. A couple other builds I want to work on. I want to work on a always up pet build for the sentient. Yeah, I didn't get 1-2 punch there either. What the fuck? For the sentient Arc Soul, because I feel like that, you know, you build like a little warlock pet class would be cool. But yeah. This is my first build in Destiny. I'm really proud of it. As you can tell, I like to punch things. So, yeah, that's it. In summary, because now I'm just sucked into having a lot of fun shooting things, you want to grab the Monte Carlo, any 1-2 punch shotgun, Last Man Standing or Prophet of Doom. You can get them there. And you need the Peregrine Greaves. You want to put as much strength as you can. I have 100. It feels the most fun. When I started, I had like 12. Not as fun. And then, you know, everything else is kind of up to you. I'd recommend auto rifle, enhanced auto rifle loader, since it's an easy grab on the artifact, and it's going to increase your melee regen uptime with, oh dear. It's going to increase your melee regen uptime with the Monte Carlo. So, yeah, it'll make it a more fun, a smoother experience for you and everyone around you. Awesome. So, if you've got any good build ideas, you can leave them in the comments below. I just gave you my best other one. I would love to see any of you Warlocks weigh in on that. And if you've got any ideas for a build that you'd like me to try out, you can tweet me or tag me on Instagram. I'm at ProfessorBroman. I'd love to see what you've got going on. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Peace.